Hi users, welcome back to Grey ERP. So in this video, we will be learning the purchase module. We will divide this purchase module into two. First is the basic, we will learn what is the basic purchasing and then advanced purchasing. In basic purchasing, we will cover adding a vendor, adding price list, raising a purchase order, creating a purchase invoice and creating a purchase return. So you may ask what is a purchase order and a purchase invoice. The difference between a purchase order or PO or purchase invoice is purchase order is a legal document between you and a vendor saying that I am ordering this items on this conditions, on this terms and conditions, and on this delivery date with these prices. So the vendor will bring whatever items you have ordered, and then you will check those items and then you will make a purchase invoice. So when you are making a purchase invoice, this will affect an accounts so that you are liable to pay to the vendor. Let's say you have ordered 10 optical mouses from a vendor. The vendor name is Skyway Computers. So you have ordered 10 optical mouses. So until raising a purchase order is nothing affected to accounts or inventory. Whenever you have accepted those items and you made a purchase invoice, you are liable to pay to Skyway Computers for 10 optical mouses based on whatever the payment terms you have defined for that vendor. And you will have 10 optical mouses in your inventory to use or sell or whatever you want to do. So this is the difference between PO and a purchase invoice. Purchase return is something if you agreed to take 10 optical mouses and later you have discovered 2 mouses are damaged or you're not satisfied with the performance of the mouses, so you can create a PR, purchase return. So that will be based on the purchase invoice. Select a purchase invoice and select 2 mouses. So this will again affect the inventory and accounts. So now you're liable to pay not 10, 8 optical mouses, and your inventory will be filled with 8 items of optical mouses, not 10. So this is the purchase intent. Let's go and add. So in the purchase, every module, as I told you in the previous video, every module will have its own dashboard. So here we are in the dashboard of purchase. So this is a glimpse of my module. So here it shows me 8 vendors, 8 orders to invoice, 8 purchase orders to invoice. I'm waiting for my vendors to bring those items so that I can rectify those items, the quality check and all that, and I can make the purchase invoice. And requisitions to fulfill. Requisitions are something raised by your employees internally. You can also say purchase request. Your employees in your company, if you have a different purchase department and different departments, so from other departments, they will have a request to use a request for buying 2 keyboards. So they will raise a PR, purchase requisition or purchase request, and purchase department will receive this request. They will convert this request to a RFQ, request for quotation. So this RFQ will be sent to different vendors who are supplying this optical mouses or keyboards, whatever it is. So based on that RFQ, you will get some quotations from the vendors. So you will add those vendor quotations here and compare those quotations based on the prices, based on the terms and conditions, based on the performance of the vendors. You can select a vendor and you can issue a PO, purchase order, to that vendor based on the vendor quotation. So later on, it will go to convert to purchase. You can issue a purchase invoice and then it will go to accounts and inventory. So this is how it is. So this is I have 2 requisitions to fulfill. I have 2 requests from my internal employee, internal team to buy something. So I have done total purchases. Overall total purchases till now is this 314,000. And this chart shows me purchases I have done vendor wise. So this thing, Zidane establishments, I have done 272,000, and likewise I have done Logitech Media 13,000 and all that. So this is a chart showing me the purchases I have done based on the vendors. So this chart shows me the purchases I have done based on the item. So this item, pencil, these are all the demo items. So this pencil I have purchased 6,400 times. Likewise, water bottle 5,000 types, and then this item 90, pistachio is 90. So this is how it is. So and then there's this items to reorder. I mean, in my inventory, my availability of these items are minus. So I have to reorder. This is showing me I need to make a purchase order to these items. And these are my recent purchases I made. These are the purchase trends. These are the return trends. These are overall this year based on month. August I have purchased this much. July I have purchased this much. So this chart is, this dashboard, whatever you see, those are specific to a user. You can create your own dashboard. And later on video, we will show you how to create your own dashboard. You can go and select whatever chart you want, whatever, if it is a tile or chart or this grid or whatever you want, you can go and create your own dashboard based on your requirement. So to see a snapshot of whatever happening in your module. So let's dive in, and then we can create our own vendor. So these are my vendors. So let's add a new vendor. So here in the vendors, it is asking me, it is a company or an individual. So it is a company. So I'll add a company, Skyway Computers. I can create a group, and I can add that group to this vendor, like regular vendor, new vendor, or local vendor. Let's say I will add as a local vendor. So currency, this is a local vendor, so I will deal with Omani Riyal. Current balances, if this vendor, if I'm moving anything to the vendor, that is the current balance. So when if I implement the ERP in the middle of my business, so there will be my existing vendors, so I need to pay to them based on the payment terms. So that whatever I need to owe them, I will add here in my current balance. But right now I will consider it as a zero. So these are the price lists. These are the price lists. I can create different price lists based on my vendors, and I can select them. Let's say for now I will select standard pricing. I'll show you after adding this. I'll show you how to create a price list. So payment terms is, for this vendor I can choose a ready cash or 15 days based on whatever I have agreed. So I'll choose as a ready cash. Tax number is, this is the VAT IN number. If you need any comments, you can add a comments here. So here I'm dealing with George Mathips, and his phone number is this. Whatever the things you're seeing here with star, those are required. This is required. This is required. So there are other things also. I mean, bank details. If you want to add a bank details, you can add a bank details, and also if you want to attach any contracts, you can come attach the contracts. Just selecting whatever. Let's say you have contracts in Google Drive or OneDrive or Dropbox or in your local computer, you can select and attach those documents here. If you want to attach a photo of the vendor or the logo of this company, Skyway Computers, you can do that. So let's say save this. This is the vendor I have saved. So here I have some briefing about the vendor. Skyway Computers is a company, person I'm dealing with, George. His phone number. Here is opening balance is 0. Okay, and let's spin this. I want to see this all the time. So let's spin this Skyway Computers. So Skyway Computers, I have opening balance is 0. Invoiced, whatever purchase invoices I made, this is 0 because I just added the vendor. Logitech Media, I made this many purchase invoices and I paid this much, and the pending is this much. So, and I made one order for Logitech Media. So these are the 0 orders, receipts, 0. Payments, these are payment terms, ready cash. I'm dealing with Omani Riyal. So these are the brief detailing about a vendor. So let's go and create a price list. A price list is something between you and a vendor. You have decided this items has to be served in this price. Whenever you are creating a inventory in items and inventory, you will mention a price and a cost. Top of that, this is a different standard pricing. This is a pricing which has been decided between you and a specific vendor. So this is when let's add a new vendor here, new price listing here. So here I will say this as special pricing. Okay, so these are the items. I'm seeing all these items. So these items, wireless keyboard, I'll select items, I'll select, okay, what else? I'll say a pencil. So these are the actual pricing. It comes from the item, standard pricing, 5 real and 5 and 10. So, but in this price list, I will mention this as a 4 real and this as a 8 real. This is the minimum and maximum quantity. This is like you are adding a clause that if you are purchasing this wireless keyboard more than 100, then this price will apply, or else it will be 5 real. And maximum you can only, this will apply only from 100 to 5,000. If you mention here 5,000, so you can, so whatever the price is this, so you cannot, no vendor can take an advantage of overbuying. So the price of this 4 real will be applied between 100 quantity to 5,000 quantity. So this is how it is. You're making a clause for this special pricing. So let's put it for now the default one 00. Whatever, whoever has special pricing, so they will get 4 real and 8 real. So let's save this. So whatever vendor I have created, this vendor, I will assign this pricing. So this is a Skyway Computers. I will edit this. You can click the ID here, or you can also edit from here. So here, this is my standard pricing, but I will assign this as a special pricing. So this vendor, for those 2 items, whatever I have added, I will get special pricing. Instead of 5 real and 10 real, I will get 4 and 8 real. So let's save this. So let's jump into purchase orders. So this purchase requisitions, request for quotations, vendor quotations, comparing the quotations, we will do in the second video. Okay, so here I'll raise a purchase order to that vendor. So here, these are the purchase orders which I already raised. I want a new purchase order ordering 10 keyboards. So let's say document 2 is Skyway Computers. So it shows me he has a special pricing. So this is my document number. PO is a purchase order. SE is a Skyway Computers. 2023 is an year, and this is the 11th purchase order in this year. So you can also, based on your requirement, you can, if you want this to be done based on a month or a year or unique or one time, it is up to you. So I choose yearly. Every year this has to be renewed. I will get in 2024, I will get 0001 again. So here it is. So if at all you want to mention a delivery date, you can mention a delivery date here. I say I wanted to receive this before 30 of August. Okay. You can also pull this with, if there is an RFQ or anything on this Skyway Computers, you can select this source document and that will pull all the items from the document. Let's say you have created an RFQ or a vendor quotation to this vendor, to Skyway Computers. You can pull that source document and that will pull all the items here. Okay, so but I did not created any document before. So this is the first document for the Skyway computers, although I don't have any source documents. So let's come here and add keyboards. I need wireless keyboards. Okay, if you want to add a description here, you can add, if you want to, let's say, keyboard Logitech. So this will be printed on the purchase order. Whatever description is there, that will be printed on the purchase order. So Logitech keyboard, Logitech, I'll say with yes. So I want this keyboard. Okay, the quantity of this keyboard is 10. So the price was 5. Since it is a special pricing, I got 4. So that's how the pricing works. So I want this 10. When I added this wireless keyboard, the tax I have mentioned as VAT 5%. So this is a VAT amount. The total is 42. So everything is fine. Yes. If you want to add a section for terms and conditions, you can go and add a section here. Let's say I'll say let's do some formatting here. So I say here payment will be made okay and all okay. So what else? Okay, so I want to put in this terms and conditions on my purchase order. So this is done. So everything is good. If you want to attach any document, you can attach a document same as it is. Let's save. PO for Skyway computers. It was 11, and this is the details, phone number and all that. Whatever I have added when I created a vendor. We don't need this, so I'll hide these columns. So I don't need this quotation. Okay. So created by. Okay. So yes, this. Okay. So here, what I'm seeing here is my number, purchase order number, and then the date and details of the vendor, and here is my payment due date. So whenever I created a vendor, I mentioned as ready cash payments. So it is taken, and from there I have to pay on the same day. Purchase order date and the payment due date is the same. And the item was 1, which is keyboard, 1 item with the 10 quantity. Subtotal was this 40, and then 2 was the tax. Total is 42. So this is giving me the total of all. So I have 16 items with for 11 purchase orders. I have 16 items, then total quantity is this much, subtotal and the grand total and the tax. So these are my POs. So what I'll do is I'll raise a purchase order now. So here in my inventory is nothing. If I go to the dashboard of inventory, if I see, it will not show any keyboards in my inventory or anything liable. When I come here and try to do a payment, selecting this Skyway computers, it will show me a total of 0. Invoice is 0. Total is 0. Due is 0. So let's make a purchase invoice, selecting that purchase order. So these are my purchase invoices which already raised. I'll issue a new purchase invoice. So this is my Skyway computers. So these are the source documents, whatever I have created for the Skyway computers. So these are the PO. I have created a one PO for the Skyway computers. So when I select this PO, so I will get the items of that PO. So this was the item keyboard, which 10 quantity. So I didn't want to go and write all the items again. So whatever if there is a source document which is already done for this vendor, so I can select the source document that will pull my items from that document. Okay, so here's let's say I'll say the date is 24. Okay, the same month. So here, okay, if at all I want to add terms and conditions, I will add the terms and conditions here. So let's save this. So this is the purchase invoice which I have created. Purchase invoice of 16 of 24 date, which is unpaid. This is the price list, a special pricing. And there is one item with 10 quantity subtotal so and so, so and so. A warehouse, I can go and select a warehouse. Let's edit this and select a warehouse. So this will go in that warehouse. If I have the warehouse, I have created one warehouse in Nakamura. If you have divided the sections in the warehouse, you can select any section in the warehouse. Let's say like loading area or section A or B, or you can create your sections in your warehouses. So I'll push these items into this warehouse. Okay, if at all I have a purchase order with the client, or I can mention those details here. This subject and this references, if there is any document reference, you can add the document reference here. This subject is the main the subject printed on the purchase invoice. I'll show you later on what is the document subject. So let's update this. So this is the purchase invoice we have created. So now I can go and print my purchase invoice. So you'll see the same options in all the forms. There's 3 dots and you can click the print. You can also clone. If I want to create a new purchase invoice, I can just click the clone and that will clone the existing invoice. I need not to select the vendor again and then select the items and all that. That will clone exactly whatever this invoice is, whatever this document is. Even it is a purchase order, sales invoice, purchase invoice, whatever the document is, that will clone. Okay, so here this is how it is printed. So I created a document layout where I added this header and this footer. I selected this color and this font and the size of this font. So I can print from here, or I can WhatsApp. I can save as a PDF and email him, or else I can copy the link and I can email or send a message to him. So this is how it is. Let's print this. So it will be printed like this. So let me save it on my desktop as a PDF. I can save this as a PDF and I can email or send him on WhatsApp, or I can do based on my convenience. So okay, so this is we made a purchase invoice. So let's create. Okay, fine. In this 10 keyboards, I found that 2 keyboards are not working properly. So I wanted to return those 2 keyboards. So I'll come here. I'll go to the purchase returns. I'll create a new purchase returns based on this purchase invoice. So I'll say add new again. I'll select Skyway computers. I have this purchase invoice for this Skyway computer as a sole document. I'll select this purchase invoice. I'll get the items of this purchase invoice. So I'll say I accepted 10, but now I'm returning 2. So this 2 will be returned. So the price of this 2 is this. So when I save this, these 2 items will be reduced from my inventory, and I'm not liable to pay this. I'm only liable to pay for 8 items. If you go here in accounts, if you go and save at the payments and select this vendor, let's say this one, so it will show you this due based on the 8 whatever you purchased 8. So this is how it is. So in later on videos, we will show you the advanced things which you can do, like creating a purchase requisitions, RFQ, vendor quotations, and comparing those quotations, and then after that raising a purchase order. Okay, so that's it for now.